A double shooting in Pinewood Gardens today, at last report leaving 2 injured. Meantime, investigations are ongoing into an alleged sexual assault that occurred involving 2 minors on a cruise ship. And the Valley Boys say they're ready for bait tonight. These stories and more coming up in tonight's newscast. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bahama Williams. Always a pleasure to have you in our company. Topping tonight's newscast, police have been busy in the final days of this year. Hours before the new year, just before 3 p.m. today, police reported an investigation into a shooting incident that occurred on Buttonwood Avenue in the Pinewood Gardens area. 2 victims, 1 male and 1 female, were shot and were transported to the hospital. We'll continue to follow that double shooting incident and bring you the latest details as we receive them. More from the crime beat. Police are investigating a report of sexual assault that allegedly happened yesterday, Tuesday, December 30th. Police initiated an investigation following a report of a sexual assault involving 2 minors, both aged 16, which occurred aboard a cruise ship. The victim and the suspect are of United States nationality. According to initial reports, the mother of the female victim informed police that she and her husband had escorted their children to their cabin on deck 6 and went to the casino. While the parents were at the ship's casino, they were alerted by security personnel that their daughter had been sexually assaulted. The female victim, present with her parents, reported that on December 29th around 8 p.m., she encountered a male passenger on deck 9 who invited her to his cabin. She agreed to the invitation but reported that once inside, the male made unwelcome advances and sexually assaulted her without her consent. The suspect has been taken into custody and is currently cooperating with investigators as the investigation continues. Another incident is being investigated here in the capital, this one a stabbing incident. It was reported today, an incident which left a 20-year-old man hospitalized. Preliminary reports indicate that shortly before 1 a.m., officers were notified of an injured male who arrived at Princess Margaret Hospital suffering from multiple stab wounds. Police responded to the hospital where the victim stated that he was preparing to leave a bar on East Street in the area of Andros Avenue with friends when he was attacked by an unknown male dressed in a black hoodie. The assailant reportedly stabbed him with a sharp object. The victim was transported to the hospital by a friend in a private vehicle and was last listed in serious but stable condition. Investigations into this matter are ongoing. Now, hours before that incident, police launched an investigation into an armed robbery incident that was reported on Tuesday. They say this incident occurred in the Yamacraw Beach area. Preliminary information indicates that a male and a female were seated in a white 2015 Nissan Note, registration number DD7345, parked at the beach when they were approached by 2 unknown men dressed in dark clothing and wearing masks. One of the suspects brandished a firearm and demanded that the occupants exit the vehicle. The victims complied, after which the suspects fled the scene in the vehicle in an unknown direction. Police later recovered the vehicle in the Rose Street area of Fox Hill. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. And over in Grand Bahama, police arrested a wanted suspect, Emil Ricardo Poitier, in connection with possession of an unlicensed firearm and ammunition with intent to supply, as well as possession of dangerous drugs with intent to supply. A 23-year-old female was also taken into custody for harboring a fugitive. Preliminary reports indicate that shortly before 9 p.m., officers on routine patrol stopped a vehicle after detecting a strong aroma of marijuana emanating from it. During a search of the vehicle, officers identified Mr. Poitier, who was informed of the offenses, arrested and cautioned. The female accompanying him was also arrested and cautioned for harboring. Further searches of the vehicle led to the discovery of a small quantity of suspected marijuana inside the vehicle and in the possession of Mr. Poitier. As a result, both individuals were further cautioned. Investigations are ongoing. In other news, since its inception in 2023, more than 1.43 million hot breakfasts have been served to students across the Bahamas. Education officials believe that this service has led to improved academic performance among young students. As he reflected over the past year, Prime Minister Philip Davis says the National School Breakfast Program is one of his government's initiatives that he's most proud of and reaffirms his purpose in public service.
When I think of why I serve in the moment this year that inspires that service is when I served 1 millionth breakfast to school children. I've been visiting schools after serving breakfast. For the moment I was advised that we had reached that pinnacle of 1 million breakfast being served. That was a moment that truly moved me and touched me and reminded me of why I'm here. That is to serve.
You're watching JCN News. After the break, we hear from one of the Valley Boys factions, which says it's ready for Bay tonight. That and more after the break.